Oh, my bad. Yep. It's happening again.
The video starts with the usual sovereign citizen chaos. We see Tate Coyne getting pulled over, and immediately the confusion begins. Instead of producing normal registration and insurance like a responsible driver, he hands over random pieces of paper and proudly calls his license plate a private plate. The officer, already skeptical, tries to make sense of this nonsense but gets nowhere fast. This sets the stage for the sovereign citizen routine we've all seen countless times before. His attitude screams defiance, yet he thinks he's making a profound legal point. The irony? The cop is calm, polite, and clearly in control, while Tate Coyne acts like he's cracked some secret code. This is classic sovereign playbook behavior: delay, confuse, and pretend normal laws don't apply. Spoiler, they always do.
How you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
I was hanging out there. I didn't want to get hit.
My bad.
So the reason I pulled you over, Officer Claire Crown Sheriff's I ran your plate. It's coming back to like a white Subaru. Is that a specialty Florida plate? What is that?
No, it's a private plate.
A private plate?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it's because, I mean, when I run to Florida with that, it comes, like I said, it comes back a white Subaru. Do you have any, like,
yes, sir,
registration?
One second. Oh, shit.
You got your driver's license and insurance on this as well?
Yes, sir. I just have this right here. Here you go.
You got a license as well?
This is all I got, sir. Here you go.
You have a driver's license or no?
No.
Alright, so what info do you have on the vehicle?
Well, I own this vehicle.
No, I'm saying, do you have any, like, registration, something like that?
Oh, no.
Because, like I said, when I'm running the plate, it's coming back to a completely different vehicle.
Oh, no, this is not even a Florida plate. Like, far as, like, a registered plate, this is a private plate.
So what's it registered? What's the vehicle registered?
It's not even registered, sir.
So you can't drive an unregistered vehicle in the United States.
No, I'm just traveling, sir.
So you don't have a driver's license, you don't have, is there any particular reason why?
Like, I like to exercise my constitutional right just to travel, you know.
Okay.
You know.
All right. Just hang tight, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ooh, what y'all think finna happen now?
When the cop questions his private plate, Tate Coyne launches into a rehearsed script. He claims he doesn't need registration, insists he's just traveling, and invokes his so-called constitutional rights. The officer, patient yet firm, explains that in the U.S., vehicles must be registered and insured. It's non-negotiable. Instead of accepting reality, Tate Coyne doubles down, saying he'll personally compensate anyone in case of an accident. That might sound noble, but it's pure fantasy in the real world. Laws exist to protect people, not to indulge sovereign fairy tales. The cop knows it, the audience knows it, but Tate Coyne refuses to. The entire exchange highlights the gulf between law enforcement's practical duty and sovereign citizens' delusion.
Look for contracts. They're not looking for birth certificates, social security cards, none of that. They're looking for your exact contract you have with the state. Yeah, they contemplate right now. They're like, what the heck? What the hell is this? Told you, a lot of police ain't never seen this before. They come up, do not detain and all that. They're like, what the hell? It's all foreign to them. Look, no kids in the back, none of that. Cause the last time they was like, oh, they let you go because your wife, your kids is in the back. Let's find out.
At this point, Tate Coyne proudly declares that is on a mythical do not detain list. He seems convinced this makes him untouchable, yet is literally being detained at that very moment. The irony is off the charts. He tries to convince the officers that what they are seeing is unusual, as if that's proof of legitimacy. In reality, it's proof of nonsense. Sovereign citizens often hide behind jargon, fake documents, or imaginary legal shields, but the law doesn't care about any of that. What matters is whether your car is legal and your license valid. Hey, Tate Coyne has neither, yet acts like the victim. The officers exchange looks, no doubt wondering how people fall for such ideas.
So,
hey, how you doing?
What's going on? So where do you live?
I live in the United States of America Republic.
Okay, but where's your residence, your house?
The United States of America Republic.
Okay, so where are you heading right now?
The United States of America Republic.
All right, so are you just, you don't want to answer? Or?
No, that's where I live, sir. I don't.
Okay, so like basically the problem is I understand what you're saying, like
yes, sir.
You're practicing your constitutional right to travel, but in the United States you still have to have vehicles still have to be registered and stuff like that. You can't just not register. I mean, so what happens if you crash? I mean, this is a nice car, right?
Yes.
So if you have no insurance, what happens? What do you think is going to happen?
I'll have to personally compensate that person.
You'd end up losing everything you own is the problem.
I understand that, but I still would, as a man, give them
but
exactly.
See, the problem is, in the United States of America, all 50 states, they require you to insure your car. So that doesn't happen.
Okay.
So you don't have any insurance. Have you ever been arrested before?
No.
You've never been arrested?
No.
So when I looked up your name, and I seen that you have been arrested, that wasn't you?
No. Because on the information on my car, though.
The officer asks about Tate Coin's past arrests, and he immediately denies ever being in trouble. Big mistake. The cop already has his record and knows he's lying. In fact, the video reminds us he was arrested before, one time even bitten by a police dog after a burglary arrest. His denial falls flat, exposing the hollow bravado behind his sovereign routine. This is a common theme. Sovereign citizens try to rewrite their own history, believing words alone can erase facts. But records don't vanish just because you refuse to acknowledge them. By lying straight to the officer's face, Tate Coin only makes himself less credible and more suspicious. Clip 4. Next, the officer tries to check the vehicle's VIN number to verify it isn't stolen. Seems simple enough, right? Not for Tate Coin. He resists even this basic step, insisting the visible VIN on the windshield is all that's needed. But the officer knows multiple VIN checks are necessary to prevent fraud. Tate Coin's paranoia makes him defensive, and he resists every request. This raises even more red flags. Ironically, this is the same man who brags online about scamming banks to get vehicles. So of course officers want to check. The clash here shows the difference between reasonable policing and sovereign obstruction. The harder he resists, the guiltier he looks.
When you want to step out, I mean, I gotta figure this out. I want to run the VIN off the door.
It's right here. The VIN number right here.
I'm not gonna scratch your car up trying to.
No. You don't have to scratch it. You can just look.
I need you to step out.
I can't.
Why can't you?
Because.
Are you physically unable, or what's wrong?
I can't because the VIN number's right there, sir.
Okay, so I have to compare the VIN both spots to make sure that this vehicle is not stolen. Because as of right now, I don't know anything about the vehicle. You haven't given me any info.
Because the VIN number right there, you see on the side right there.
I want to compare the VIN in certain spots. That's the thing. If you want to be able to be free to travel about your way, you have to let me make you verify this vehicle's not stolen.
I understand that, sir, but the VIN number right there. That's
what I'm worried. I don't need to just see that VIN. I need to see other VINs. There's multiple spots where there's a VIN, and if I compare them and they come out to be legit, then I can verify that this vehicle's not stolen. Right now, that's my main concern, to make sure this vehicle's not. But I want to make sure this is your vehicle. That's all.
But that VIN, you see that VIN right there?
I understand, but you haven't given me any information.
Well, I'm giving you the VIN number right here.
When asked where he lives, Tate Coin starts rambling about the United States of America Republic, claiming his outside state jurisdiction. The cop patiently explains that he's in Cook County, Illinois, and absolutely under their jurisdiction. Sovereign citizens love playing word games with jurisdiction, but they ignore the simple truth. If you're physically in an area, you're under its laws. The cop explains this calmly, but Tate Coin repeats his nonsense like a broken record. This exchange is both frustrating and hilarious, showing how sovereign citizens think wordplay can undo centuries of legal precedent. The officer's patience here is impressive, considering the nonsense being thrown at him.
All right, Squad. So here's the issue. So we got to fingerprint you to make sure you're who you say you are. So at this point, we're gonna have to place you in custody. I'm gonna have to ask you to come out. Now I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this to make things worse. I understand you're practicing your constitutional right, but I'm also doing my job as a police officer. Okay. So I've been very calm with you. I've listened to what you had to say, and I also am trying to get the reciprocating respect. I don't want to. I'm not going to try to wrestle you out of the car. I don't want to do any of that. I just want to have. I'm going to have to take you to verify who you are, and then you can be on your way. But I have to take you. I have to take you in and have you fingerprinted.
I can't. I just gave you my ID.
No, see, the thing is I need to see your fingerprints, dude, because you're not telling me where you live. You're not telling me anything.
That's my address.
Okay, I understand. You're not telling me where you live, and the United States is not an address. I'm being very calm with you. I'm being very respectful.
Yes, sir.
But I also have to do my job, and I don't want. I'm not trying to wrestle with you. Okay.
I understand, sir.
And I'm not trying to do that because that's not right.
But I still live outside of y'all jurisdiction, sir. I don't.
Actually, you don't. You're in Cook County right now. You're inside my jurisdiction. All of Cook County is my jurisdiction. We're in Cook County.
I understand that.
In Illinois, in the United States of America.
I understand
okay?
that, but personal, I'm not inside your jurisdiction. Personally, there's no personal jurisdiction has been established.
Things escalate when the officer politely asks him to step out of the vehicle. Take Coin refuses again and again, hiding behind his imaginary rights and jurisdiction. The cop stresses he doesn't want to fight, but resistance only leaves him with one option: placing Take Coin in custody. Hey, the sovereign script meets reality. On the side of the road, officers can and will enforce laws. Court is the place to argue, not your car window. By refusing simple, lawful commands, Take Coin turns a minor traffic stop into an arrest. His stubbornness creates unnecessary tension, while the cop remains calm and professional.
So I'm gonna ask you again. Would you please step out of the vehicle? I don't want this to go sideways. Okay.
I understand that, sir.
I just need you to step out.
Sir, I can't, sir.
Are you? Why are we making this more difficult than it needs to be?
Sir, I'm just saying I'm outside y'all jurisdiction. I'm not trying to cause any issues.
You're 100% in my jurisdiction. I guarantee you, a judge will 100% agree with me. Okay? If you were outside my jurisdiction, I wouldn't be stopping you right now. Okay? I would not. You'd be moving on with your life. Okay?
Yeah, sir, I can't. I'm sorry, sir, I can't. Sir, I can't.
Listen, all right, can you please shut the vehicle off right now?
Sir,
can you please shut the vehicle off? We're gonna do baby steps, okay? I'm gonna need you to shut the vehicle off. All right? So I'm gonna need you to come out. I'm gonna open your door because you're gonna need to come out.
I can't.
Okay? I'm gonna need you to come out. What did I tell you? I'm being respectful with you, okay? But I also, at this point, I have to place you in custody because you're not under our law in Cook County, in the state of Illinois, in the United States. You're not driving with a proper driver's license, okay?
Sir,
I understand what you're saying, and you have every right to fight that, but it's going to be in court. It's not going to be with me.
Yeah, I don't have jurisdiction, sir.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you again.
Sir, I can't.
I really don't want this to go. You know what's going to happen.
At this point, the officer lays it out plainly. Resisting will add charges, and stepping out peacefully is the smarter choice. Take Coin continues to argue, convinced that his imaginary legal standing protects him. The officer carefully explains that everything will be sorted in court. Not here, but the message doesn't sink in. Sovereign citizens love to test limits, but limits always snap back. The arrest becomes inevitable. This part shows the danger of sovereign thinking, turning paperwork issues into physical confrontations. A calm surrender could have saved him trouble, but arrogance blinds him. For the audience, it's predictable but still frustrating to watch.
Okay. As of right now, I'm going to tell you right now, as of right now, you have done nothing majorly wrong, okay? You have done nothing majorly wrong. If we have to wrestle you out of the vehicle, it's just going to escalate, okay? I don't want to go home, okay? That's what I want you to do. I want you to go home, wherever it is you live, okay? But right now, you have to come with me.
Shoot.
Okay?
No, sir, I can't. Hold on one second. I can't agree to it,
But
sir.
here's the problem, though. If I have to extract you from this vehicle and you're resisting, I'm going to add a resisting charge. Now, I don't want to do that. Right now, this is all traffic-related. This is all traffic-related nonsense. That's all paperwork issue. Okay? So I'm going to need you to come out.
You can get my phone from me?
Well, we'll get your phone in a minute. If you step outside, we'll get your phone. We're going to talk. We're gonna talk like men, okay?
I couldn't agree to that, sir.
Finally, we reach the climax. The officer gives him chance after chance, even reminding him that nothing major has happened yet. Still, Take Coin clings to his delusions, insisting he's not under jurisdiction and lives in some undefined republic. The irony is painful. He has a nice car, a phone, and even kids in car seats, yet he gambles it all on pseudo-legal nonsense. The commentary highlights his absurdity, mocking his imaginary homeland and pointing out his lack of logic. In the end, the law wins, as it always does. Sovereign citizens can rant about republics and private plates all day, but reality catches up on the roadside. Tatecoin learns this the hard way. Again.